Hey, you! Come here. Hey, you! Come here. Yeah, come on. Yes, one hell of a
Spirit. Spout some food. Alrighty. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. It's pretty. Alright, I think we're back on now. Alright. Back in action. Okay, sorry, we had a this is the beauty of this is the beauty of community. One of our community members was changing the oil in the generator, which was great, but he turned the power off, so we reset. So yeah, he's out fixing things, making things function better in our community. We really need people like that keep it's like the backbone of the community going.
Yeah.
And they're almost like not seen either.
Yeah.
These people, they're making sure there's fuel in the generator. They're changing the compost bins in the toilets. They're washing the dishes. They're sweeping the floors.
Yeah.
Like all these people, like little bits of. It's almost like the silent people, just
in
making
the background,
in the back.
backstage.
Yeah, that's right. And really, like we don't really credit them. And that's where we need to start, like giving them a bit more credit. Maybe, like Shorts suggested the other day when they were building the workshop, that we could have like a midday morning tea and bring them some food and
That's
bring
a
them
great idea.
some nice drinks.
That's a nice thing to
and
do.
like start doing things like that with the people who are working.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah. And you know, it's interesting because I think that really the best way to get people that are sort of half in and half out to help out around here is to just have working bees.
Yeah.
It's like Thursday, we're going to do this. And just prepare everything, get all the tools, get all the materials, and then you've got
Make it easy.
10 people ready to go.
Yep.
And then we all just jump in.
Yeah.
And then it's more fun as well.
Yeah.
So I think that might be the way forward. We have a working bee. We were doing it last summer. We'd have one every month. Every week, Thursday. And that we got a lot done in the veggie garden.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think people want to help. They just need a bit of direction.
Yes.
They don't know what they can do. So, yeah, setting it up so people can just come and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and we
That's
let everyone know on the board.
On the board and morning
Thursday.
meeting.
Yep. And that also works well because then you have you've got a couple of the core guys that are here, that the ones that are working every day.
Yeah.
They can help lead it. They're the managers. Because I used to do that. That was why everything got done. It's because I was helping work with everyone, making sure they all had the right tools, the right materials, the right screws and bits for the right batteries, and the materials. Like you have to have someone do that.
Yeah.
But I for me, my priorities now is to talk about this.
Yeah.
And to research more and learn more about how to build communities.
Yeah.
And so I just don't have. It's not a priority. So I need others to do that.
Yeah.
And so Shorts and Liam would really qualified
they're
actually.
Good. Yeah, they're slowly. I think it's once you've been here long enough to understand how it sort of functions, you can help take over and help, take on a role where you can do more to help.
Yeah. We
help direct and lead people.
We have to cut some grass. We got a letter from the council that our grass is too long for summer. So we don't have a tractor or a slasher. So if anyone has a tractor or a slasher, we'd like to borrow it for a couple of days.
Yes, please.
Yeah, but we hired a push sort of slasher.
Lawnmower sort of thing.
Yeah, but the way we were planning is we just use it all weekend and just have it every hour. Have someone on a schedule, and it was working well actually. And then then it broke a fan belt and we couldn't use it anymore. But yeah, I want to do that. Let's do Thursday a working bee once a week.
I think that's a great idea.
And then we can focus on the workshop. Okay, this is a workshop building, working bee. And it can be up to us to get all the materials, and then it's just poof, it's really fast.
Yep.
And maybe eventually we have 2 a week. So we have the routine jobs, but then the projects, we can
projects.
jump on them
Yes.
a couple of times a week.
There's a project that I want to start with the junkyard that we have on the property.
Yeah.
I want to create some art with it.
Amazing.
So Shorts said he's got a welder.
Yep.
I want to learn how to weld.
Great.
And then we could all get together, pick out some pieces and try and assemble something with all the junk that's been left behind.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that want to become art.
Totally.
You know, one thing I had a realization. So you know the water tank we just put on the tower. We need to light that up.
Light it up. Oh, that'd be cool.
We could make it, and we could have different themes every couple of months. You could theme it like a rocket ship, or you could do all sorts of things because it's very visible.
It is.
It's visible from the highway.
We could put some art on it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to paint around the whole tank.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I've got some spray cans.
It's just you've got to get up there. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So you need to have proper climbing harnesses and safety. But we can do that. And then, yeah, I would love to set that up. Hey, Shorts.
Yeah.
What?
New wishbone.
Hey?
New wishbone and ball joint.
Okay.
Need new wishbone, ball joint.
I'm not sure what that is, but... Was that what was wrong?
The wishbone comes off the main structure of the body.
Yep.
And your wheel and ball joint
Yeah.
sits on one little fucking like area there.
Yeah.
So it can turn.
Yeah.
And the ball joint has come out of the wishbone.
Alright.
So the wishbone, you need a new wishbone.
Yeah.
Won't cost much in the
Yeah.
wreckers. And new ball joint.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably what... That it popped out. That's why it was dragging, right? Yeah.
So smart ass here decided he would go like this on the motorbike.
Yeah.
So of course I rubbed right up behind me.
Scotch me
He's not going to drive like that again.
Is the bike
Especially with
okay?
you on the back.
He got my cock up his bum.
Yeah. You got to treat that bike with respect, guys.
The way he was
Gotta
driving.
take care of it, guys.
Hey, you guys have got to look after that bike, right? Because otherwise you won't be able to use it. Yeah. You lose your privileges. Lose your privileges. Important.
Wasn't that bad.
Was it fun?
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Well, we better contact the wreckers. Yeah. Awesome, man. There should be plenty of those parts around. Okay. So where we? Yeah.
Wishbone.
Wishbone.
Wishbone. Wishbone.
Check it
Oh,
out.
that's
Wishbone.
nice.
Wishbone.
Wow.
Give me your wishbone.
Spider.
Cool. That's clever.
He's sleeping.
I like it.
And then,
I got a real
And the
spider.
ball joint.
oh, there's heaps of real spiders around.
Yeah.
I made this one.
Part.
Just beads.
Yeah. That's you made it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Displayed
That's
right, the ball joints come out of the wishbone from the wheel.
Nice. You could see if we had a merchandise little shop there, just a glass cabinet,
Yeah.
and you could put this in there, and someone would buy that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You could
There's a
make
lot of
these.
creators around.
So many.
Lots of crafters.
Yeah, So that's it. It's like because we've got the campers coming through.
Yeah.
They come through, and a way to the support is to actually buy
Yeah,
some
that's
of
actually a great
the
idea.
creative
Yeah,
work
totally.
that people who live here.
Yeah.
So really setting up a little shop, I think, is a bit of a priority.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
really, So we just need to get some sort of glass cabinet, which there must be many. It's just a normal
Yeah,
shop
yeah.
front glass cabinet. That's awesome. I like it. So you just come up with that idea on your own?
Kinda. Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen like jewelry spiders.
Hey, Lennox, there's also more tools just out the back here. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, have a look on the, just outside under that roof. There's tools there. And if you can't find anything, shorts. Yeah. So this is the what happens here during the day. There's just always lots of things going on and people wanting information and just like sharing that information to help things get done.
Yeah.
Guiding the process. It's like, do we do this? Do we do that? And that's sort of my role, is just a guide to help this place function.
Yeah.
You know, in a beautiful way.
Yeah, and over time, more people who stay here longer, they'll become more familiar with the place, and they can help other people as well.
Yes, yeah, and you see that with Shorts now.
Yeah,
you know, he's stepping up into a really great leadership role.
And I can see how, I can see it myself. Like slowly, the community is growing. Like the relationships and the trust and the familiarity, whatever that word is.
It's a tough word.
All that stuff. Yeah, it's just growing, and that's how we create this strong connection.
Yeah. It's cool. You sort of turned up at a good time. It was sort of like a bit of a transition time. And so, you arrived just at the start, I feel, of like when it was new beginnings.
Yeah.
So it was just another evolution of this place.
Yes.
And I'm definitely feeling it, like having more people that are committed to the space, that really want it to succeed.
Yep.
Yeah. When in the past, in some ways, it was my vision, and getting people to see that vision is the challenge. Right. It's like, because we've all got different ideas, different visions. It's like aligning, and that's what I have to keep doing. I was thinking of doing just a general group chat, maybe tomorrow night.
Like a circle.
A circle where we all sit down and chat.
Yeah. Talk about
Just
the
like-
dreams. And
everyone.
for the place.
Anyone who's here, like everyone who's on the property has to come.
Yeah.
And we just sit and chat, and maybe we can have a bit of a boogie afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's fine, man. Thank you. See, this is like Lennox, you know, he's just jumped in, he's swapping the fridges over.
Yeah.
It's like, this is I love it. I love when people sort of get involved and make stuff happen.
Yeah.
Because, in the past, I would do it. I'd have to lead it. So, I love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, Arthur. What are we talking about?
Oh, I mean,
There's
so
like
many
banging
things.
noises. I was just saying how awesome it is. It's like when people start to like pick little jobs and actually run with it and get things done. You know, those little little boys.
Take the
One little,
initiative.
We need people that can finish things out. Like,
Big.
I'm not good at that. I'm a starter, and then I'm like, okay, I'll start something else.
Right,
I'm
and that's
all over the place.
and that does happen here. You get a lot of people like starting and not finishing, and that's I almost say to people now, if you want to do a project, like you either have to finish it or you pass it to somebody else. Otherwise, just become mess.
If you can start it and start the momentum and get people to help, carry it through, that's a good thing as well.
And all you have to do is guide.
Yeah.
If you've got the idea, you find a team, and even if the team changes, like new people coming through, but you can still get them on that project.
This spider reminds me in the bathroom, in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
I was in there one night, and there was something hanging near me. This thing whilst I'm peeing in the darkness.
Ah, that big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is that? But I was like, I'm safe here. I feel very safe here. It's fine. And then I come back the next day in the daylight, and I see this ginormous, not even like it's like huge, the size of
Yeah,
me
yeah,
spider that
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? I
Yeah.
can't believe it didn't freak me out
Yeah.
when I was peeing in the middle of the night.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's so funny.
It must have scared so many people.
I must have,
Yeah.
because you just like peeing.
Yeah.
There was a
love it.
guy come through here, Shane, older
Yeah.
guy. He put it in.
Oh, nice. For Halloween or just put
This
it in
is-
there?
I think he had it in his van.
Yeah.
It's the perfect spot for it.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love it. I love
Yeah.
spiders.
Yeah.
I made these.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
And these are this is all these little touches that people bring here all add to the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many more little things since last time hanging up art. and
Yeah,
Little animals and stuff.
yeah, 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 nice.
I want more fabric on the ceiling.
That would be
a
cool.
cool thing.
Well, I'll leave it with you.
Yeah, I'll find some fabric for sure.
Yeah, you could get some fabric from the second-hand store. What were we thinking? Yeah, you could put along the, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
just
nice.
love these two bits that are hanging down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Juju did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way back like
Way back.
last year.
Yeah. What's that going?
So were you talking? Sorry, were you talking about architecture?
Yeah, sort of talking about how the community works and
Okay,
and the challenges of the community. But that was the intention of this talk, was to talk about like how do we build or design these spaces that we have. So we haven't got to that part yet. I guess now's a good time.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh.
have?
You go.
Do you have ideas of like spaces you want around here?
Yeah.
You must do.
Yes. Yeah. So the learning is that we all can't live together, right? But you don't want to exclude people. So we have to build clans. So
Oh,
we've got
nice.
one big tribe,
Yeah.
but clans of different groups of people.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have your farmers, you have your entertainers,
yeah.
you have your healers, plant medicine people. Like they all sort of live together, and they have their own spaces, and they create those spaces. So they become these like individual clans,
Yeah.
but the whole tribe is one. And then you have your clans around the outside, and then you have a central space, which is where people come together.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, so you have party, you celebrate, you have a lot of group joining activities.
And people
Yeah.
would mingle between them all. and-
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And you think about it, if you're a farmer and you want a party, well, there's a party on at the entertainers clan. You go and hang out there for a day, or you want to stay with them for a week. You can, but then you can leave when you've had enough.
Yeah, creating like safe spaces for everyone,
Yeah.
their own like, not private, but more private, safer space. And
Yes.
then they can come back to and go between.
Right.
That's cool.
Exactly. I think that's how they did it in the past. They had these clans, because it just doesn't work otherwise. Because everyone,
I guess that's why in like all communities, everyone has their own homes, but then you have like, it's in the village and they all have areas they come to.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's right. Old European towns would have a central space, and everyone was living around. But yeah, we're drawn to that central space. You have cool stuff happening there, and it makes people mingle. Because otherwise, I think human nature is that we just want to isolate ourselves. It's easier sometimes to not mix with people. You just stay in your house, and so
So
we have to build spaces that encourage people to connect,
Yeah.
and so you have to have communal kitchens, like communal. That's a big one.
Oh, I love the communal kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Eating together.
So
is the
important.
best.
Yeah, it's essential,
Yeah.
and I think that's where a lot of communities, like if you look at the eco village in Witchcliff, there's all these houses, but I don't think they've designed for actually people living together.
Yeah. It's
Still
all separate.
slightly isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not trying to build a family, like kinship. Like it's still when we're sort of just neighbours.
Yeah.
Where a true community is one where we actually care about each other and we love each other,
Yeah.
and we look after each other. Yeah, so rebuilding that's what we have to do, and we do it by buildings and spaces and designing them the right way, having the right space between them.
Yeah.
So you're keen for like people to come in and be like, okay, we're gonna put up another shed kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Your plan.
the plan at the moment is not for people to build houses here.
Yeah.
Like keep them mobile. So you have your van or your caravan.
Or dwellings.
Dwellings, yeah, all dwellings. It's like temporary, just because of the way, like laws are with
Yeah.
ownership and things. It's very
true.
difficult.
You can't just put up build houses.
No. So that causes issues. But if it's on wheels,
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to be
that's-
able to move around.
yep. And I feel like I wouldn't want to actually build a house in one spot anymore.
Yeah.
I want to be able to move it to wherever I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like in my life I will always be moving around. Or I will at least want to be able to move around to wherever I feel, explore the world. Yeah, I can't imagine buying a house and living there for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it seems so foreign now to do
Yeah.
that. It's like,
Yeah, that seems really strange to me to just have one place. I'm like, that's not happening
Right.
for sure. Like multiple houses, hopefully. That's
Yeah.
my plan.
Yeah.
I want to have like a house in the Daintree, a house in England, a house down here this way, on
Yeah.
south of the East Coast, all over.
Yeah.
But yeah.
well, that's called caravan. You just drive it
Yeah,
to the
true.
Daintree, hang out.
I want
good to
all
dream.
of the houses.
It's good to
No,
dream
yeah.
big, people. Yeah, and that's where I think we are gypsies at heart, right? And so, but if someone's just been born in a town and then they never leave, because their horizons haven't expanded to that possibility.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
wonder if
content.
it is human nature to sort of want to move around. Because I think a long time ago humans did.
Yeah,
They did travel,
Yeah.
you know, depending on the weather, depending on resources, they travelled around. And then with farming, that's when people started to settle.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's still in us. that-
yeah.
For sure, it must be why we want to travel around.
Yeah.
I definitely think so. I'm gonna put this mic on.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I
No.
full on interrupted your.
No,
That's
no.
good.
It's
We
all
can
good.
definitely hear you through these.
Just testing.
I
So
was keen to hear you talking about architecture.
yeah. Just talk for a second.
Hello,
Hello, this is
Hi.
Arthur's here.
Arthur's
Arthur's joined
speaking.
us, so I'll show you a picture.
Arthur with the spider.
There we go. There's Arthur.
Does the spider have a name?
No, it hasn't. Have you got a name for it?
Something beginning with L. Maybe just L.
El the spider.
Yeah, so the design is critical, I think, for any community. Like you can see this space, like
Yeah.
it evolved into this like wonderful space because of the way it's designed. You know, like the secondhand timbers and structure.
And it has the light coming in through the roof.
Yeah, that was a big. Taran, she came up with that concept.
That's such a good idea. That's one of the coolest things about this. Instead of it just being a roof.
Yeah, and you're getting that light in,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's really
amazing.
natural light is really important,
Yeah.
and even to the point where the bananas grow
Yeah.
in here, which is cool.
Yeah, I can't believe the bananas are doing so good.
Yeah, I just
That's
noticed
great.
there's little extra banana shoots
Oh, yeah.
next to the other bananas,
Wow.
so we're gonna have a whole plantation in there soon.
What kind of banana are they? Like your
Ah,
regular
no idea.
bananas?
No idea. But I guess that shows that you've got enough light in here. So it creates that more open space.
That's super important.
Mm-hmm.
We were just saying earlier how much we love windows.
Yeah.
We were looking through this treehouse book and it was like, oh,
There was one, I don't know if we'll be able to find it, one that just had beautiful big windows from the floor to the ceiling and just so much light coming in. They look so cool. Hello.
Yeah, the windows are only a new addition to the world, I think. I don't know how long windows have been around, like in house design. Like,
Do you know much
Or
about the history
stained
of
glass.
buildings?
really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends where.
Yeah, I guess it's different everywhere.
There's a lot of history of buildings everywhere. Yeah.
But I don't think they used glass as much in
Oh yeah, glass.
like designs
Yeah, I guess glass is like a sort of more modern.
or technology of
Yeah,
building.
technology.
But they just have a hole.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah,
I
like
guess
a
Yeah.
stone buildings.
Yeah,
with
and then just maybe
holes.
shutters that you closed,
Oh,
shutters,
true, yeah.
holes,
curtains.
Curtains.
But then it's dark inside.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, this design here, it's like 60-degree angle,
Yeah.
which allows sun to come in winter,
Nice.
and in summer it hits the roof because the sun is a
Yeah.
lot higher, so it doesn't come in summer. You don't want sun in summer.
Genius.
Yeah, it's the Earthship design. I don't know if you know much about Earthships, but they're like it's all built out of secondhand materials. So they implement that angle to get as much natural heating of the building
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah, they make the most of the natural resources.
Yes, yeah, Earthship's cool. So yeah, we stole that idea from them,
Yeah.
and it really has added a nice quality to the building.
It's so simple as well,
Yeah.
and not a lot of buildings do it, taking advantage of the sun.
Oh yeah, like actually, if you go to Frio and look at the old English houses,
Yeah.
there's like because Perth's pretty hot, but in winter it's cold as hell,
Yeah.
and the houses have got no sunlight
Yeah.
spaces to come in. Like they're just not designed like that.
Yeah.
Just these like really cold buildings.
They're awful. All the older houses in Perth, so awful in winter.
Right.
It gets so cold.
No insulation,
Yeah.
big gaps between the doors.
Yeah.
It's someone said to me like they grew up in Scandinavia and like the houses are really designed well there.
It's
Oh yeah,
warmer
they're
there.
designed so different.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's colder to live in Perth
Yeah.
through winter than
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
in Scandinavia
Yeah,
because of
and
the shitty houses we have.
From England in the summer, when it gets hot, you just can't cope because the buildings are built for the cold. And then, but then in the winter, like it's still cold, but it's a lot more bearable than it being like I don't know 15 degrees in Australia, and I feel cold, whereas it can be 0 degrees in England, and I feel warm at home.
Yep.
because of just
Do you
the way
guys
the
have
buildings are.
Do you guys have central heating, or do you use?
Yeah, we do have heating though.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like oil burners. Or is it oil burners?
We have like log burners.
Log burners.
Log burners, and and all brick, lots of brick and
Yeah. Yeah.
thick insulation.
Yeah.
Really well insulated roofs.
Yeah.
Double glazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, I thought it was crazy when I came to Australia and you have a door and then like the fly door, like the bug door, and like we don't need that because we have no bugs, but we have these like thick double glazed doors that like shut really tight.
Yeah.
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 Everything.
Double glazing is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. But it's super important. If you live in a cold Victorian era house, it just changes the whole way you feel.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel cold in your home.
No. No. But
Or like cold floors when you haven't got socks on and you walk on the
Right.
cold stones.
yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah.
But if the house is designed properly,
Yeah.
allowing all this extra sunlight
Yeah.
through winter, then you want to be there.
Yeah.
And it'll change your whole life, your whole outlook.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's what I care about in architecture.
Yeah.
The comfort, the feeling of the space, the atmosphere. That makes a difference. Like, of course, the structure and how it looks, but how you actually use the building, how it feels to live in it.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. So let's build more of those places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is to build like really beautiful buildings that like people walk in and they go, wow, like very unique. It's funny, I went over to a house last night that's a modern design house. It was beautiful, it had a beautiful view and everything, but I felt this uncomfortableness because it's just so perfect.
I felt that at times
Do
in
you-
really modern houses. You're like,
Right.
what? Does anyone live here?
Yeah.
Really? Does
Yeah.
anyone like move in this space?
Yeah.
Because it feels so rigid and like
Yeah.
cold and empty sometimes are really modern.
Yeah,
now.
which is so ironic
Yeah.
because it's meant to be. That's the you spend all your money on building these beautiful houses, but they're missing something.
Has
Yeah.
to feel like home.
Right. Yeah, I tell this story like Osho. He's like a guru. Went around India in the 70s, and he told a story where he was always traveling, and he'd get invited to stay at people's places, and his travel companion, they would always wonder if it was like a home or a house. So his mate would walk into the place and walk around, and it's like, if it was a house, they'd like, let's get out of here, let's not stay here, but it had to be a home, so
Yeah.
like, you can tell a home,
It's a
the way
feeling.
the people have looked after it, created, grown different things,
Yeah.
different energy. Yeah. You could say maybe like with backpackers, go to a backpackers, it's a bit more like a house
Yeah.
or a caravan park.
Yeah.
They're very house-like, a lot of them,
Yep.
where I would say what creating here is a home where
Yeah,
people
for
feel like
sure.
home.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a home.
Yeah.
Some people would look at it and be like, that's not a home, you can't live there, but
Right.
it's way more than that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're all seeking, is these beautiful home spaces. Yeah. So that's the vision, or one of the mission statements is to build homes,
Yeah.
homely spaces.
Homely spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the critical bit. Like even you see the Taj Mahal,
Yeah.
it's not a home.
No.
It's designed it's very perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to realize, like, if you look at our bookshelf over there, that's like art piece there, because it's all
Yeah,
like
that's
random,
amazing.
Yeah.
Everything's random. But yeah, if you're coming from that world of the modern world where the house is perfect, this might be a bit of a shock for you.
Yeah.
Be like, whoa, what's going on here?
I think the fact that this place like could seem so cluttered, but it doesn't feel that way. Like when I was growing up, my bedroom at home felt cluttered because I just had so much crap in there. But there was no real like love behind a lot of the stuff. But this place has got a lot of stuff in it, but everything has like emotion that's been brought by someone with it. So it's like cluttered in a different way kind of thing. It's like different people's ideas and views on it, whereas my bedroom when I was a kid was just cluttered with stuff that I didn't care about or use anymore, and it doesn't have the same cluttered feeling. There's so much more color here, and like it's even more cluttered, but just with like, I don't know, art and people's love and feeling behind it.
Yes, yeah. But that is the art, is like removing keeping the clutter, taking stuff out, because so it doesn't become cluttered. Yeah, because it can very quickly become cluttered. Yeah. I just look at mine over here. And it's just like
I was looking at
things
this
are
paper.
starting.
There's a lot of stuff over
I've
there.
got to get this organised actually.
Yeah.
Is this mostly your
Yeah,
kind of
just
space?
I guess it's our storage space,
Yeah.
The little office.
little office. But yeah, I think it needs to be organised. Yeah.
Well, we're doing the fridges
Doing
are being done
that's
today.
amazing. Yeah.
Lennox is
Yeah.
killing the fridges.
Yeah.
Also, it's good.
Yeah, he's onto it. I love it.
I was meant to be helping. I just looked at it and I was like, he was just getting so stuck into it, and I was like, I just.
Oh, you
Sometimes you're just like,
I'm
this
gonna
is
go on
not for me right
podcasts.
now. Like,
Yeah,
I can't do
totally.
this right now. I
Totally.
clean the fridges on the outside,
Thank you.
but
Thank you.
sometimes you look at something and it's like, I can't get into that right now. Like,
Yeah, but Lennox is onto it. Like
he's on it. He was
into
ready for it.
Yeah,
He was
that's
ready for
right.
that task.
That's right.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job. Yeah, so we have to design, like basically we've got to design a grand plan for this place. Because I want to have an education centre here where like kids, my friend that I was with last night, her daughters,
Yeah.
it's like one of them is not settling into school, but she's like this amazing little girl. But I think the system, if you don't fit into the mold,
Yeah.
you get they try and put you in the mold push you into the
Yeah.
box.
And then when you don't fit, they're just like, oh, whatever, we're not wasting our time on you. I hate the
Right.
education systems. It makes me so sad
So
that
yeah,
kids aren't like taken care of really. And
yeah.
looked
Well, you
after.
are if you fit into the
Oh
mold.
yeah.
Right.
But if you
Yeah.
don't, then
But the ones that are really out there for like creative, I don't know, just very different. They don't often get the support, and they get damaged. You know, they're
That's
the
how-
ones that go to kill themselves.
yeah.
Suicide, because they just don't feel in place. And the system is designed, it almost persecutes those kids,
Yeah.
I feel.
I felt so worthy or like I just was never good enough because I was just average at, I don't know, maths and science and English. Like I would do fine, but I felt like it was never good enough because I was never the best pupil, and there was always a lot of focus on getting the best grades, getting an A or an A star and that. But there was, and if you didn't get that, I always just felt like, okay, well, I'm not good enough. And I felt like I could never then do anything, or I wouldn't be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
you weren't encouraged.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem that needs to change, because I think we're all unique, amazing individuals, and hello, that the system needs to encourage that rather than trying to take it away.
Yeah, the grading system, it sort of gets you to judge yourself on a very superficial level. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why we even need a grading system. Like, what does it matter? Like, how good you are
That's true.
at maths or English. Like, as long as you learn, you know how to use this knowledge or skills. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it's, people put so much focus and emphasis on it. They put their self-worth on their grades.
Especially when you're so young and vulnerable, and all this pressure on you as a teenager. Oh my God, the pressure is unbelievable. And,
It's awful.
But so an education space would be.
I'm really excited
Sick.
actually, because there's a lot of teachers that are also disenfranchised with the system.
Yeah.
You know, I think as soon as you could build if we build a school today, kids would turn up.
I would love
And-
that. I would.
You know,
I would
and
come and
teachers
teach
would turn up.
everything.
Yeah. Are you a teacher?
No, but I love kids. I
Oh,
would love
mate,
to. I've always
amazing.
said that my dream would be to just have a school and just take your children and take care of them and
Yeah.
do the right thing. Or what I think is more the right thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I love kids.
And
And
there's so
Hazzy
much
too.
we
I
can.
remember me and Hazzy,
Hazzy? Oh,
first
sweet.
conversation we ever had was about
Wow.
this place and saying we need kids here and have
Yeah.
a school here and teaching
Totally.
them.
Yeah.
What they could learn just by being in this environment as
Oh.
well. The openness and the freedom to express yourself. Yeah, it would help so much.
It really would. Yeah. So much positive influence.
Yeah.
It's like we got so many it's uncles and aunties.
Yeah.
You got so many uncles and aunties,
Brothers
right?
and sisters.
Brothers and
Yeah.
sisters. Yeah. Yeah. It's really like it. I'm excited to do that. Like,
Yeah.
to set up. And the way I see it, like what you teach is awareness. Like awareness of your body, your emotions, nature, people around you.
Yeah.
That's all you need to teach. And as you say, maybe you don't need to have grading system.
Yeah.
There's no need for that.
Yeah.
So like a competition thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's lots of like a Steiner. There's a whole heap of different
And
schooling system.
Montessori ones.
Montessori.
As well, yeah.
So you can take a lot from these guys. You're not like reinventing the wheel,
No.
but you just how do you give a child their best possible future to make them really confident
Yeah.
and to love life, and then they leave at 18 and they're just
Oh,
like
so good.
superpowers. They're just no
Less
fears.
traumatized.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, no fear of like
Yeah.
care of what people think of you. I actually like with Monty, I see that. Like he's only young, and he's somehow come through life without those fears.
Yeah.
Fears of people watching you and dance, or like you see him dance. It's
Yeah.
just total freedom.
Amazing.
Yeah, and that rubs off on everyone.
Yeah, totally.
But he's so young. It's like
yeah,
if
how
I
old
was
is he?
21,
Oh, he just turned 21.
22.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yeah, was he 22 tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't ask, did we? How,
It's just her
age
birthday.
is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is irrelevant.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it's so true.
Yeah, that's funny. No one asked him what age he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's an old soul.
Yes.
Hey.
Hello.
Glad.
What we're talking about?
Schools.
Education.
Schools,
And-
education.
Yeah.
This it didn't change for
Building
the
a
past
sc-
100
Oh.
years.
We should talk about
Building a
what's a
school
good
here.
design for a school.
Mm.
I think in the future schools would be more like social meeting,
Yeah.
and the study would be more like home, and that's my opinion.
Like homeschooling.
It's I think more people after COVID want their children to educate themselves, and school will be like the formal place to do to get a degree and social meeting. Not, I think it's going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to change it.
It's
So
start
create-
changing, but it needs to be changed more.
Yeah, yeah, there's still a lot
The
of...
new generation can sit and write.
Mm.
They need to do it in a good way.
Mm. Mm.
No
That's my opinion.
individual desks with everyone
Yeah.
staring at one board.
Mm.
No more of that. It's
Everybody
crazy.
can sit around, always need a lot of pills to see children. So you give us drugs to 14 years old child because he can't sit
Sit
8 hours
still,
a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't build for that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. Thank you.
I don't think anyone likes sitting in a classroom for how many hours a day?
Yeah.
8 hours a day?
Unbelievable.
I feel like it's designed to break us,
Yeah.
break our spirit.
You went to school in Australia, in Perth, right? Did you have individual desks, or were you all sat around one table?
Individual desks.
That's crazy. So at least in England, we sit in groups.
Ah.
So there's like 6 of us on one table like this, and we all sit around. But Lennox told me that he had an individual desk. I
Sure.
was like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes we sat in
In
pairs.
lines, sit in lines.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, lines
crazy.
of
You
desks.
didn't even get to like communicate with other people for so much of the day. And
I remember in my kids, like maybe prep,
yeah,
first 1 or 2 grades, they were on tables.
yeah.
But yeah, then
And then they
afterwards
separate them. That's
yeah, I never
wild.
even thought about that. You know, the other interesting thing is that the idea that the schooling system puts kids in their age group,
Yeah.
so you're not mixing with older kids
Yeah.
or younger kids.
Yeah.
And that
Because you can learn so much from them, right?
so much. And that's I think that's a problem where
Yeah.
you've just, so all you've got is like these 9-year-olds teaching each other. No one really knows. So they're just teaching each other nonsense. What maybe they picked up from their older brother.
Imagine how cool it would be to do a project with kids of all ages. The ideas that they would come up with, like the younger ones with all the silly ideas,
Right.
and then the older ones with more structure and
Yep.
leading them,
Yep.
giving a chance to be a leader to younger people as well.
Yeah, it all, that's how it, like that mentorship, you know, you learn from your elders. So that, encouraging that even in such young ages, I think is really important.
I think there's also with the ages being separated into the ages, there's people have different abilities at different ages, so different levels of maturity, and there isn't that sort of people aren't catered to, the children aren't catered to, they're just all like, you're this age, you have to go into this year,
Into that maturity.
and some might be faster learners than others, and they don't,
And then they would start, if they had the opportunity to mix with the older kids, they would just naturally hang out with the older kids. Yeah. But in their groups, they can't do that. Yeah, so.
It's so strict. There's a lack of nurturing individuals.
The way it's done now, they're doing it just so that we fit into the system that they want us in of getting a job and make money for someone else, and that's what they want, I guess.
It seems that way.
Right? Yeah.
It really does.
Or other people just are blindsided and think that that's the right thing to do, is to discipline us so much and put us in boxes. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a sense of there's a certain way you have to be. There's a certain way you have to function. And I don't know
To
where that comes
control,
from.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Control us as well.
all these social rules. I don't know where they come from, but they've just been reinforced for years.
For me, it makes us like if you're free and you're free for expression, creativity, you become like you're sort of a troublemaker. But if you are like a worker ant or a worker bee and you just don't question, just do what you're told. Like that's what I think the system is designing us is, and anyone who's like a little bit out of that sphere, you get persecuted, you get detentions, and you're broke until you break or you leave.
Yeah.
Anyone who speaks out, anyone, rebels. What is a rebel? Someone who's free, someone who thinks for themselves.
Yeah, society doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's ultimately, I feel if people are free, they really create amazing things. It's best for society when people are like being themselves.
Yeah. For sure.
Following their passions and their dreams.
Yep.
You're told to go be a doctor because that's the right thing to do, but maybe you want to be a musician.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
You're
just
never going to be a good doctor if you
never
want to
going to
be
be
a
a good
musician,
Exactly.
doctor. That's right. Yeah.
You're not going
never
to be a
gonna-
good person to other people or to yourself if you're not
Yeah.
following your truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the difference between like I was in hospital a few months ago and there was nurses that were so caring and so loving and then some that were just so miserable and rude to me and I was just like, why are you doing this? If you clearly are so maybe they just had a bad day. Everyone has bad days. But there was just some people that just seemed so unhappy. And it's like something in their life has led them to that and they probably shouldn't be there and maybe they're afraid to do anything else, don't know how to be
how to find it.
Yeah.
How to find that other thing.
Yeah, I think the great thing about this place is that people have the freedom to do what they want and be who they want to be, and that's how it manages to function. Like people will find their role or their place here. Like if someone wants to cook for everyone, or if someone wants to help clean up, or if someone wants to play music and get everyone involved, it just happens.
Yep.
Yeah. That food's a good example of that. Like the chefs who want to cook a meal.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, and it's like today I didn't want to clean the fridge,
Right.
but I did the dishes this morning.
Yeah.
You know? So
it's
it's
sort of
like
give and
it
take.
works
yeah,
out.
yeah, it's okay that I didn't want to do that because I'll do something else, you know. And there's always something.
Yeah.
It's like,
it manages to work out somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. We all find our little niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. I think we've had a feast every night for the last 2 weeks since the circus.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do a dinner while I was here, but next time.
Are you leaving today?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay. Cool. Oh, you're going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Working on a mine.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Going to
yeah.
Kalgoorlie.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Be fun.
Yeah, Kalgoorlie would be an
It'll be
experience.
Yeah. Hopefully
So you got to look out for rich miners that want to build a community and want to donate
I'm
some
talk
funds.
To them about it, yeah.
Please do.
They've got
Take
all
some.
the funds.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just throw it away.
Yeah, exactly.
On the pokies machines, on
Yeah.
beer,
Yeah.
and on God knows what else you do in Kalgoorlie.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah.
You never know how many mining multi-millionaires walk in. You never know. Right?
Some of them are really actually lovely people as well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
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 They're
Like,
just
there's
living
a
that
lot
life.
of interesting people that are kind of lost in that mining
Yeah.
lifestyle and
Yeah.
the money, but there's more to them. For
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there'd be a lot of little mines getting around, and there'd be like little gold miners.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like the Wild West.
Yeah, it's wild out there. I've only been once, and it was definitely the most wild of all the mining towns I've been to.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been. I'm keen to go.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, that's cool. But make sure you take some business cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
I think there's some just there. Oh. I've got them here. I'll grab them now.
Somewhere.
But yeah, that's the idea is that you hand them out or just put them in secret spots.
Yeah. Yeah, people
um,
find them.
It was funny down at. I've been thinking of a spot to put them at Hamlin Bay
Ooh,
because there's a lot of travellers go through there.
Yeah.
And I don't think everyone knows about this place.
Yeah, or even flyers in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I was sat
Yeah.
in a bathroom, I think actually in Hamlin Bay, and I looked up and I was like, Mindful should be promoted in
Right.
this toilet.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's you had the same idea, and my friend she built this little statue as you walk down the beach.
I saw that yesterday.
You saw that?
Yeah, on the beach.
That's cool, huh?
Made of rocks and sticks
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, little
And I put some
sculpture.
business cards there.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's so sweet.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know how that started? I was walking on the beach and I kicked a stick just at that spot,
Yeah.
like this really hard stick, was just poking up above the sand. And I started digging, and it was like a huge log.
Oh, wow.
So it dug a hole around it
Oh,
so
yeah.
people could see it.
Yeah.
So it was right in the path.
Yeah, right.
And I stuck my running stick in there.
Yeah.
And then the next day she built that like little
Little
art piece.
so
rock
cute, I love
sculpture.
that.
Like
Yeah.
rock sculpture. Yeah, and you know what? The next yesterday night, someone had built this massive big sandcastle.
Oh, cool.
Like a big group of people had built this. Like it was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's so
I
cool.
love that.
Yeah. So like that one little bit of art,
Yeah.
I reckon inspired others.
Inspired
To,
others.
yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So then we were talking about like Hamlin Bay could be where people come down and do art sculptures on
Oh,
the beach
yeah.
because there's lots of rocks, there's lots of stuff you can use on the beach.
That would be a
Shells.
fun like workshop to do. Take people down,
Yeah,
build sandcastles.
wouldn't that be fun?
That's so cool. When people build those like crazy ones.
Yeah.
Let's manifest someone's coming through and they're really good at building
Right.
sculptures.
Well, we're probably all really good at it.
That's
Just
very
take a
good point.
shovel down and
Yeah.
so
But those
let's
are
do
so
it.
beautiful. I love sand sculptures.
Let's do that. Let's do a sandcastle building
Let's do it.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Let's-
That's really fun. I'm down for that.
Yeah. And you just take all the spades and things so you can build them easily.
If you haven't done it in the next 2 weeks, we'll do one
Yeah.
in 2
Yeah.
weeks when I come
Yeah.
by.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So if you want to take some of these,
Yeah. Is this a mag? No.
they're sort of stuck.
Oh yeah, they were stuck.
I think
thought
they
it was
must
like
have
a
got.
magnet 'cause it was
No.
real thick.
Yeah, that one's no good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We're gonna get some more made.
Yeah, I'll take
But they're quite good. The idea, yeah, that I just hand these to everyone who leaves now. Give them about 10 cards and ask them to put them in secret locations.
these. Yeah. I love the logo.
It's cool, huh?
It's been like that for
yeah.
forever, right? That's
Yeah.
always been the logo. It's such a good one.
Do you know Noi?
Noi?
French guy.
Yeah, and he does the most
Yes.
beautiful
Yeah.
art thingies.
So
He
he-
was doing one
Yeah,
last time I was here.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he did this splat
Oh, the paint splat, yeah.
in about 20 minutes. He's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. We had a Mexican girl do the logo,
Yeah.
I
and
love
the
that.
logo means it's like that's the sun,
Yeah.
the earth, and the water,
Oh, yeah.
and then you have, but it's also a human body. Like, see the head,
Oh, yeah.
the arms,
Yeah.
and the legs,
Oh, I love
and then
that.
it's an ME, mindful earth.
Oh, wow.
How clever is that? Like, it's got
That's
wholly
so
different,
clever.
whole heap of meanings.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get some water.
Yeah, cool.
Anyone want some water?
Yes,
I'm
please.
good, thanks. Yeah, so
I need to tell you about this building that I
Please.
went to in Witchcliff.
please tell me. I'm gonna just grab my lighter.
Okay.
Please start talking about the story. Alright, I'll be back soon.
Okay. Talking about stuff. This is an intermission. A break from the podcast. We can just listen to the people playing Uno in the background. It's pretty entertaining. It gets pretty intense here. Uno is a very serious game at this place. It's a maker and breaker of relationships and of confidence and the will.
Okay.
the will to continue. I was just doing an intermission.
Oh, okay.
Now we're back.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. There's this building in Witchcliffe. It's like I guess it's become like it's like a multi-use space. It's a shop. It's got a shop. It's got an art gallery. It's got workshop. There's also a restaurant in the back. There's an upstairs little space with a balcony overlooking the restaurant. It's so cool. Okay, I have to show you pictures.
Please do. Yeah, I've been in there. I went and checked it out.
Oh, you know the one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know the one.
Because the guy's been, he's really creative, like
Yeah.
using secondhand materials.
The windmill place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool. I only went there the other day. But yeah.
It's like a little co-op, I think. There's lots of different businesses in there.
Yeah, and it's so much art using found materials.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's in Witchcliffe, just
Oh, yeah?
across from
Yeah.
the servo.
I think I've been into every shop in Witchcliffe, so I might have been in there
It's
in the
called
past.
The Witch and the Windmill. So it's like
There's
this
heaps of random stuff.
heaps of random stuff, like lots of windmills and art made out of found recycled metal.
Oh wow.
There's like a little shop that's it's an artisan shop, so it's got lots of handmade local
Nice,
stuff,
Yeah.
and an art gallery and a restaurant that's
Oh wow.
soon to open.
Yeah, and a
Oh,
book,
it hasn't
second-hand
yet.
bookshop.
Yeah, bookshop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful building. It's so cool. And the bar is made of like all these recycled, it's like it spins, so it's got a motor.
Oh wow.
So it's got this big center pole, I guess, and there's like fans that come out of it, all this art that just radiates out from the center, and it spins around.
Wait, so the bar is just like a circle?
Yeah,
and
it's a
spinning?
circle.
Whoa, I have to go there.
I don't think it's open yet, the bar.
No, not
Oh,
yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, they've
you
set
can
it up
have a
really
look.
nicely. Yeah, I love that very unique design. You'll never
beautiful.
find anything the same.
Yeah,
Cool.
very inspiring.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the type of buildings we want to create.
Yeah, I could imagine doing that sort of stuff here, especially with the junkyard. We can make some art with
Yep.
all that
Yep.
stuff.
I think there's all the farms around here have got materials
Oh,
we
yeah.
could use. It's just
So-
like
yeah.
it's just like going and finding all these pieces laying around on people's farms.
Is there Vergeside collection?
No,
No.
no, but I'm sure you could put out a call for different materials.
Yeah, I think so. Put up an ad looking for, if anyone's throwing out any materials,
Yeah.
stuff to be recycled into art.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Nice. We want to build lots of pyramids.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So this central space, the central communal area, is going to be a big studio where people can do pottery and do like woodworking and have it all under one roof, where it's just a creative hub. So you've got 20 people working in there each day doing their
Like
little
a big space.
yeah
Yeah.
huge space, but a pyramid in the center, like a roof.
So like the whole thing is a pyramid, or just like the top of the roof?
Just the center of the building.
Okay, yeah.
There's a little pyramid in there,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
roof going off it.
Yeah. Wow.
And channeling that energy through the pyramid,
Yeah.
that creative energy into the space. I feel that
Oh yeah, it could be beautiful.
like if you just built a tin shed, it just wouldn't have the same effect.
Oh, totally. Yeah, the shape of the building would have a huge impact on like the energy, everything that goes on inside it.
Yeah, and this is a great example of that. Like, we just had a shed here; it just wouldn't be the same. And I've been in a few sheds, and it just doesn't have that homeliness. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of sheds around Australia that are not so homely.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone in the corner smoking bongs, all dark in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been to a
Very
lot.
different vibe of the people and totally every
Yeah,
different vibe,
and
but
it's the space that
But yeah,
creates
definitely.
that. Yeah. Yep. Light,
Even
having
if everyone
natural
was
light.
sat in here smoking bongs and not really doing much, it still would feel different.
Right. Yeah.
But nah, everyone's playing music or playing Uno, doing work on their laptops or reading a book or cooking or making some art or chatting,
Yeah.
trying on clothes in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
love the wardrobe.
Space. There's
Yeah.
little spaces for everyone.
Yeah, it is. There is.
So the central pyramid building, would it be bigger than this?
It's gonna be. This is what is this?
12
12
by
by
12.
12, and so that space 30 by
Oh, whoa.
12.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it'll
So
be
like
this,
a long.
Yeah, sort of rectangular or maybe square.
I think the central space of that building will be square,
Mhm.
the pyramid,
Yep.
and then we'll build around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be like the central, bring people together, and you could do yoga in there, and you could like have this sort of
Yeah.
have little ceremonies there.
Mm.
So just some sort of central draw, and then you have buildings all the way around it that have all these creative different elements. And then outside from that's where you have your clan community
Yeah.
space. But so you have your clans all the way around that central space. So this is one, like this place here is one clan away from the central space,
Yeah.
but it draws everyone to the central space.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 times a week you have events that
Mm.
try and include everyone.
Mm.
I want to do pottery.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's right. If you had a potter's wheel, if we had a potter's wheel right now, someone would be using it.
Yeah.
Right? If we had a lathe for making woodwork and things,
Yeah.
someone would be using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That would be so cool.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, imagine then the whole kitchen would just be full of everyone's pottery that they made.
Right.
That would be beautiful. And then
Right.
you could paint it. Oh my gosh, creative pottery.
Yes.
And
How do
that's the other thing is we talk about having like a merchandise, a space. We want to get like a cabinet, glass cabinet that people can sell their spiders and
Yeah.
their pottery, and so then we've got people coming through here for the events or for camping, and then they can contribute. They-
Buy something, yeah.
Yeah, they buy something, and that's a form of contribution.
Yeah. And then people, if they're selling enough things, they don't need to go and work. you know?
Exactly. Yeah,
And we
that's
can all
that's
live
the
here
ultimate.
and make money from it.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the ultimate dream, is to be fully sustainable, where you could even like be making clothes for the people who live here.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many little things that we need. I'd love to grow tobacco and make a mindful earth tobacco.
Yeah.
Like
that
and
would be really cool.
different types of tobacco products.
And so nice as well to not then have to buy the other tobacco that we usually buy.
Right. It's a lot of money going out, where you could, if someone could create the product, because there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
It's all
part of being
in-house.
self-sustainable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically everything, like a big thing we're spending money on is milk. So you have your cows, someone provides the milk and the cheese. Like I'd love to have homegrown milk, homegrown cheese. And then you get to the point where you're providing for the community, but you're also then selling it to the local communities.
Yeah.
So you start to add value to the area, because you're providing all these products
Yeah.
that the people in the area can purchase as well.
I think when I was here in June, you had a milk thing, and someone was bringing fresh milk in, right?
Yeah, Richard's sitting over here, but he was working at a dairy.
Ah, so he could
And he
bring
was
the milk.
bringing
That was
the
really
milk.
cool to have that.
Yeah,
milk,
yeah. Yeah, there's just so many possibilities on how you can create. Nice. Lovely. Well, I reckon that's a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Nice. It's probably an hour. So.
Yeah. Time for
Yeah,
lunch.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for dropping in. This
Yes.
is the idea as well. Is that people just stop in, have a chat, and then
Yeah.
move on. Share their ideas and their thoughts.
Yeah. I have so many. I could just talk forever about so many things.
Cool.
Especially
Well,
about education. I can talk
Right.
forever about education.
yeah. And tree houses.
And tree houses. I love this gets me going.
Yeah.
The designs like this, I'm like, wow. Like floor plans, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. There's
Yeah.
something about them turns
Yeah.
me on.
Yeah.
And that's 2 levels, that one. That's cool.
Oh wow.
You see look at the see the picture?
Oh.
It's got
Oh
the
yeah.
it's got a second story
Oh wow.
like that. Yeah,
These are beautiful paintings, drawings.
sketches.
Sketches. Yeah.
Yeah, dream away. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
you.
Thank you for listening. Yeah, we'll talk soon. Much love.
Much love.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
All right. I'll shut this.
Beaumont.